Have you been to a game at the Link? Oh, wait, well.
Jesus loves us more. No, kidding. Welcome to our live discussion of Marquette Notre Dame, one of the great rivalries of college basketball that hasn't been played in a long time, and it's back for a couple of years. We know who you are.
I'm Anthony.
Who's that other guy on the screen?
What's
Tell
up,
us.
everyone? It's Will ND here, big-time Irish fan. Excited for the
Big
game.
Irish fan, football especially. Check out his content on Notre Dame football especially, but we know you like Irish basketball as well.
Yeah. You can find him right there at Will and D. Irish and at CFB Young Guns.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you don't actually attend Notre Dame. You go to a different university, VCU, correct?
VCU, yeah, I go to VCU. But
how did Notre Dame happen for you as a love?
So my dad went. Well, first of all, we're like mostly Irish Catholic family, but my dad went to a school called Mount St. Mary's up by Frederick, Maryland, in Emmitsburg.
Yeah,
I know exactly where that is.
And they said they helped build Notre Dame. They helped start the school up.
Wow.
So they think it's their they kind of have Notre Dame as their football team. Like everyone there roots for Notre Dame, and he was a freshman in '88, so that's really how it. And that was the last time Notre Dame won the national championship, so that's how he became a fan. And I just root for every team that he follows as well. So
nice, nice. Something has just gone off. Bear with me here. Oh, having some issues with our live feed here. Bear with me.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, yeah, we all of a sudden had the audio on ESPN2, which is where they're televising the game. It's been on obviously on our screen ahead of us, but it just all of a sudden showed up on our phone as well. So technical difficulties, but we made all that work.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So here we have we have my school friend Mikey.
Pop pager going off.
And we have Pet saying goodbye.
Yes, doctor. Yes, I'll be in.
And King Pookie was saying he had a different streaming setup than normal, and I was insanely confused by that. So that's what that's all about. Yes, the Eagles are crushing the Giants right now. Last I saw, 34-14.
Yeah, they're destroying a team that I didn't think they were going to be destroying. So now I will admit, growing up in a Marquette household where I have like 30 cousins that went to the university, my mom went there, two of my siblings went there. Marquette and Notre Dame, when I was really little, was one of the best college basketball rivalries in America. I'm sure you've probably heard the stories of Al McGuire and Dicker Phelps, those two schools, and DePaul, based in Chicago. They had a triumvirate where it was like every single year, all three were like top 4 seeds in the NCAA tournament. They were constantly on national television. And for 3 years, one of those two schools made the Final Four every year.
Yeah.
So it was like, Notre Dame? What? I can't stand Notre Dame. So, of course, at the time, I was then rooting for the Miami Hurricanes and them beating Notre Dame in 89. Of course, their loss to Notre Dame in 88.
And 90.
Then I go to a game at Marquette Notre Dame basketball game in South Bend. And I'm like, this place is cool.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. There's no one you want to beat more than your rival, but I don't mind them. They're okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you understand the culture of just what that place is more than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what that place means. So, yeah, I can't knock them. There's no one you want to beat more, but it's like we got to stay in Soren Hall. You better than anyone could probably describe what Soren Hall means, that dormitory.
It's awesome.
I mean, wasn't that where – is that where Rodney stayed when he was a student there?
Yeah, that sounds right.
And then I later found out the man who started the Green Bay Packers, Curly Lambeau, lived in Soren Hall.
Yeah, Bet. Just wanted to make sure you know that project was done in our 3rd grade. That volcano project, that was on 3rd grade. So, you know. And I told you that. Also, you said you were going to meet me at the Liberty Bell the other day. Yeah, you didn't come. You didn't show up. So, that's a problem. Will, that is our favorite troll.
Yeah. We don't really mind him.
Yeah.
We just have fun with him.
As we're not watching Marquette Notre Dame right now, but Oklahoma State, Virginia Tech under a minute.
It's about to tip off after this game ends.
And
Yeah, my sister's a student at Tech.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
No bet. I'm 13 years old.
Which means after we figure out some of the legalities of YouTube, you can actually start creating your own content.
That is true.
Be scared, world.
Yeah, be scared. Be scared.
Be scared. So you were on with Golden Blue Dude earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know who Golden Blue Dude is, who are watching, who are Marquette basketball and Notre Dame specific fans, great college football channel, but he's Golden Blue because of West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
But what else have you done this weekend, for example, to let people know about what you do?
Well, I'm on a show called Young Guns with some of my friends. It's a lot of fun. We're trying to build up the channel. So that's where I've been doing most of my work as for college football.
Yeah.
It's my and so we're doing another show tonight too. So I'm all busy today.
Man. Stat.
So, yeah.
What's the homework that you're working on in between?
Homework. I'm just trying to get everything done. I got my athletes as brands, histories of Christianity, my social work classes. Trying to get those all done.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what Bet's problem is. Because 13 equals 7th or 8th grade. So, you know.
Yeah. What are your finals?
I only got one final, but it's just a bunch of projects that I'm trying to get done. So once I get everything done tonight, I'm pretty much set.
Projects can be worse than finals.
Yeah.
They absolutely can.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, too often, finals week was easier than midterm week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got Tim here. We got Tim in the building. There we go. I was frozen for a second, but I'm back. Is it me or is it Sorgy? Can you guys hear me? Or is it? Okay, we good? Oh no. Well, hopefully the guys can come back. They're having a little technical difficulties, but we're just waiting for the game to start. Right now, it looks like Virginia Tech is finishing off Oklahoma State. So hopefully the guys can get it going and come back.
Stream mute.
All right, we're back. We're back.
Hold on. One last one. Okay.
Okay, so computer just glitched out. I think we're all good though now.
And we're going to try this a little bit different than we just. One, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. No.
Okay. Two, to make sure we can better hear you, and you can better hear us. I'm going to try this as an experiment. If it doesn't work, let me know.
Okay, let's try this. We good?
Actually, switcher.
Okay.
Put that in your right ear. I put this in my left ear. Okay, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, awesome.
Much better,
Okay.
I think.
Got it.
Much better. Just means that we can't move or jump or something's going to go haywire. It's all right, though.
Yo, what's up, John? What's up, JJ?
Hey.
JJ is in the grade below me.
Are you related, JJ Show, to TJ Watt?
No, JJ's related to Mikey.
Nice.
Yeah. They're cousins. So
Awesome. Well, we are still waiting for tip-off of this contest as It's Virginia Tech 67, Oklahoma State 62 with 23 seconds left on the screen that we're watching this game on ESPN2, this game in Brooklyn. We got to get to that arena someday.
Yeah, I love Bet's last comment. Get off Joey Foster. Well, Joey Foster Wi-Fi is going to be better in 2 days.
Nice.
Because he'll be having new Wi-Fi installed, so that's fun.
Awesome. Besides, have you ever been to a game at the Joyce Center? Notre Dame's home arena?
No, I've only been to football, but I would like to go to Joyce Center.
It is a blast. It is one of those old school basketball barns that is, I mean, it's like circa 1970 something, because they built it, I remember, before Notre Dame upset
you're moving too much.
UCLA. If you can say forward, we'll be
okay, yeah, that would kind of help.
Before UCLA, when they were ranked number 1 and had that 88-game win streak before Notre Dame broke it. And the sound there is cacophonous. It is crazy loud in that building. Recommend highly.
So I actually grew up when I was little. I grew up by DC. So Georgetown basketball games were cheap. So I went to a lot of Georgetown basketball, like back when they were still good with John Thompson III, with like Roy Hibbert, Jeff Green, Greg Monroe, Otto Porter.
Yeah, we had Greg Monroe with the Bucks for a bunch of years. Had a chance to interview him. Great guy. Great person.
So I definitely saw my fair. I definitely grew up watching Big East basketball before it fell apart.
If only football money hadn't become the most important key to college basketball. That Big East, when it had 16 teams, and like 8, 9, 10 teams would make the tournament every year.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous quality of basketball. We're in the final 10 seconds of this contest. However, it appears as Marquette and Notre Dame have tipped off. I'll watch based on the stats here on the screen. There's no score yet. With
all right, flip it over, guys. The game's over. Flip it over. Come on.
Hello. Yeah, you're going to be ahead of us
by a few seconds.
Yeah, because we've got the sling feed instead of the live feed.
And that's over.
That's it. Marquette up 2-0 early.
Yep, that's going to be Max Prosper.
Olivier Maxence Prosper. Sounds like he should be a Shakespearean actor.
No, we just call him O-Max.
Yeah.
All right, here we are.
Excellent.
Oh, that was a terrible shot. Oh, no.
We'll take that.
Eagles
48 to 22. Man, and the Jags pulling the Falcons against the Titans. Nice.
Okay. Colette rebound.
Grab the ball.
And now we have it.
Okay. And Marquette wearing the black tonight for this afternoon.
Is that? Oh, that is black.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing? Why are you wearing black in a rivalry game?
Recruiting.
What recruiting does that? Black. Who wants to wear? I want to wear blue and I want to wear gold.
As fans of the university, absolutely. But as the Oregon Ducks football team has proven, and you can attest to this, Will, what you wear, how could you leave them so open? As you can attest, Will, what you wear on the field and the fact that Oregon has so many crazy combinations of uniforms will sometimes lead a recruit to choose you. How you look. It seems ridiculous, but it is.
Doesn't baby blue look better than black?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm with you, but not to everybody.
Okay, that's true. I think that in these rivalry games, Marquette should be wearing championship blue.
Championship blue.
Championship blue.
Oh yeah.
77, they wore baby blue and won the title. That's why they brought the color back. The Al McGuire years. Now, I also want your thought, too, with the pandemic, Will. College basketball coaches shed the suit and tie and went to the polo shirt. Are you a fan of the casual look, the polo shirt, or like the pullover, or are you a fan of the suit and tie?
It depends. I kind of like the polo shirt, but the suit and the tie is also iconic. So I don't know. I don't like staying in the middle, but I do like both. I would say. I don't know. It depends on the coach. Like some coaches just look iconic in the suit and tie, but especially like the younger coaches, I just feel like fit with the polo. So
Yeah.
Ryan banged into Prosper. I think Prosper's taking classes at Marquette's Theater School. he got that call, which I'm not sure he should have gotten, but we'll take it.
Oh,
I missed an alley-oop. What's the time on the court right now for you?
Timeline. Cormac Ryan's about to shoot free throws.
Okay. Yeah, we got 17:26.
And so we're
you might be a few seconds ahead of us.
Probably like 2 or 3.
Yeah, Cormac's been he's the veteran leader of this team.
Okay. Oh man.
Like I love like the circular round seating in this arena. So like every eye in every seat is set right towards center court. Mm-hmm. It just creates this super cool atmosphere. 5-4 Marquette, 17:26 left.
Yup.
And kick by Lazuski, I believe it's pronounced. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that. Oh man.
Drive to the bucket trying to do it himself. He does it, but I'm not a fan of that. Too often.
Oh, come on, TV.
Too often it
goes out.
Not what I was saying was too often, but it does too often go out. All right. We're back.
Lions.
Oh my gosh, the Detroit Lions win.
Lions aren't terrible this year.
Oh, no, not at all.
They're back.
Can I have the mouse quickly? I'm just going to do something. Thank you.
Do I trust you with the mouse? Should I trust him with the mouse?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
I don't know.
Hold on. Is it going to show up?
Ooh.
Don't worry about that. There. Okay.
We're good. We're getting the feedback. Here we go. All right, 7-4, but foul.
Yeah, we're pretty close. And
okay.
Good. Yeah, so there's a reason I technically stole this baby blue from Creighton's color codes because it's not on Marquette's team color codes page, but it's close enough.
Yeah. Marquette's used every shade of blue because they won the championship blue in the 70s, went to royal blue in the 80s, went to close to Notre Dame blue in the 90s, but with yellow instead of old gold. Whereas, like you guys, has your blue ever changed?
Well, Jerry Faust changed it to a lighter blue. But of course, he was a failure at Notre Dame, so they never kept that. Lou Holtz immediately changed it back to the traditional navy.
Nice. Faust seemed like a guy that was just ridiculously earnest. Nice drive to the bucket for the goal, but I prefer more passing to help open up the offense instead of trying to do it yourself. Marquette's pressing now. But Faust seemed like one of the warmest, most genuine people to ever hold a job.
Yeah.
He's qualified.
Yeah. That's what everyone says in South Bend about him.
I mean, he's still is beloved in the program, as I understand.
Mm-hmm. All right, might have to call timeout.
Yeah, Marquette is on a run, and when Notre Dame's shooting threes and no one's down there to rebound, woo!
Well, it seems as if King Pookie is mad that ESPN Scoreboard was sucking on his stream earlier, and Dallas won. As sad as I am about that one, because Dallas sucks.
There we go. Finally got one in. Finally got one.
Let's see.
I'm just counting to see how far ahead.
Yeah.
You're about 8 seconds ahead.
You got it.
Ooh. And that's not just right on the line 3. That's NBA range. Or at least close to it. You got any potential NBA prospects on this Notre Dame squad?
I would say JJ Starling.
Okay.
Definitely number one. Definitely is a prospect.
Lovely baby hook from 10 feet away.
I like Marquette Omax Prosper. I think he has potential. Averaging over 20 points this season, playing well.
Oh, man. That is the danger of the pressing defense. When you don't guard near the goal well enough, someone can get a backdoor bucket like that. 13-10 Marquette.
I will say, though, watch Tyler Kolek. Wasn't he one of the top assist leaders last year in college basketball?
Yeah, and for a portion of the year, he's led the country. Tie game. Man, you guys have range. They got range. But Kolek led the nation in assists earlier this year.
It's a good game so far, guys.
No.
Yeah.
It's what we want to see.
Nip and tuck all game long. That's what this rivalry game has always tended to be.
There.
Always tended
We got it.
So this is going to be a blooper fest, but we'll live. What are you trying to do, kid?
I'm pulling up the YouTube, watch that.
Nice. Okay. That makes sense. Now, very fast statistical review. Not much yet has gone on. But what we're seeing is Marquette's just not doing well guarding the perimeter.
Yeah.
Not many teams guard the perimeter especially well because they're like, that's the lowest percentage shot. So why should we worry about it too much? You got some shooters. You got some shooters, man. Oh.
So, as we are now on the break, a promise is a promise. And I made a promise to Will a while ago, so I'm going to fulfill that promise.
Oh, boy. Throw off my earbud, too.
And, go Marshall.
Wrong MAR school, kid.
I told you I was going to do it. But,
Oh, no. You can't watch. It's off.
Okay, it's off.
You're safe.
I told you I was going to do it one of these days. It's my grandma's alma mater, to be fair. So, I have that. It's in my closet and does nothing else.
Yeah, so maybe we'll get to a Marshall football game at some point.
I want to get to the blackout game.
Ooh.
That's what I want to get to, especially now that they're bringing back. Now they're in the same. Are they in the same conference? So they are. Marshall, East Carolina, though. They're trying to get back to playing that every year for the blackout game.
Nice.
And I would love that.
For those
I have family that went to ECU.
Nice.
Yeah, so Marshall had almost their entire football team that died in a plane crash.
1971.
Yeah, in the 70s. And it was on the way home from East Carolina. So that's why the East Carolina thing. That's that story.
I actually remember in Brazil, there was a soccer team called Chapecoense, I think, or something like that wore green and white.
Okay.
Who lost a bunch of their players in a plane crash. And I'm like, Marshall, I would have loved for Marshall to reach out.
Yeah.
Just because of all the links. Oh, they're showing the leprechaun.
Oh, there's a guy in green and white.
They're showing the leprechaun. Quick story. The game that I went to, Marquette and Notre Dame, at the Joyce Center, there were 2 camera crews that were allowed onto the court that day. NBC Sports, because that was the last college basketball game they ever did.
Oh.
NBC. And Marquette University Television. They let our cameras, because I was working with them as a sports reporter at the time back on the campus TV station. And we were shooting video pregame, and we got the leprechauns like, let's go Irish! Let's beat the Golden Warriors, Golden Eagles, Golden Red. I don't care what you are. Let's go Irish. It was right after the point that they switched from Warriors to Golden Eagles.
So why did they change? Is there a story behind that?
Oh, there's a big story.
a very big story. It was the year that I went to Marquette U that they switched to Golden Eagles. It was a decision that supposedly was voted on by the student body, but it, in reality, was the movement of one man, Father Albert DiUlio, a Jesuit who ran the university and didn't run it very long. I'll put it that way. He was not a favorite of the board of trustees at the university at all. But he basically made the change. At the same time, Marquette bought land from the Potawatomi tribe right by the campus. There has never been an official connection made between the two things that happened. Alley-oop dunk for Marquette, tying it up for 15.
Attaboy, Oso.
But at the same time that Marquette bought the land, they made the name change. There's been no official connection. I'll let you read between the lines. Now, I am all for having much more respectful nicknames and monikers and symbols and things like that. Getting rid of the derogatory Native American imagery, love that move. But they could have kept Warriors. Imagine, for example, there's a chapel in the middle of the campus named after Saint Joan of Arc, the French female warrior of medieval times. She prayed in that chapel. Tie game 1818. It's going back and forth, man. And
our TV is
Sling is going out on us for the 15th time.
Yeah.
But in this chapel, it was brought stone by stone from France to the Marquette campus. She prayed inside it back in like the 14th century or whatever it was. And so it's named after her.
I just did a research paper on her.
Imagine a mascot, a woman in a full suit of armor with like a 3-foot sword, like a real 3-foot sword, like at a basketball game. That mascot would be ridiculous. Just how cool that would be.
I say that you just do like a cartoon costume with just a cool warrior. I think it would look awesome.
Possibly.
But yeah, I've got my Iggy the Golden Eagle shirt on. Iggy, that was just the new mascot name. They just announced that at the start of last season.
Last couple of years.
Now,
does the Notre Dame Leprechaun have a name?
I think it's just the leprechaun.
Okay.
Because ours was the Golden Eagle, and then we're just like they decided on Iggy for Saint Ignatius.
True. Saint
So,
Ignatius Loyola, the founder of the Jesuits.
Yeah.
Now, how do they remind us how they arrived at Fighting Irish?
So I know it was something to do with that, like Irish people weren't really well liked, Irish Catholics weren't well liked. So they called Notre Dame the Fighting Irish, but they're like, you know what? We like that name. We're going to stick with it.
That's awesome. I do remember at the time a lot of Irish American transplants were being discriminated against, like a lot of my Italian relatives were when they came to the United States. So I could see that a lot of anti-Catholic, anti-immigrant sentiment. I could see where that came from.
Yeah.
But you'll notice there weren't as many Irish, at least, and you can correct me on this, they didn't have as many Irish playing at the time when Notre Dame had those great championship teams. And then all of a sudden, they changed the nickname. Guess what university gets a huge influx of Irish Catholic on its campus?
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
Well, it's interesting, though, because they weren't well... the response wasn't well to the Irish when they played in Dublin in football.
That's true.
So it's kind of interesting.
Like, I heard stories, and, I mean, feel free to confirm or counteract this, but that the Irish population in Dublin was not happy with the use of the leprechaun, the caricature, et cetera, et cetera.
That's possible. I've never heard that side of the story before, but that definitely might be part of it.
Yeah.
It brings about the question, though. Would they draw an audience if Notre Dame played a basketball game in Dublin?
I mean, I feel like the basketball is definitely much more global than football, so I think they would. They would definitely.
I feel like, though, at the same time, basketball is much bigger on the mainland of Europe.
True.
Than in the British Isles. I feel like, Italy, Spain, France, Croatia, Slovakia, those kind of countries are huge. Even Greece with the Antetokounmpo brothers.
Would you draw a bigger audience in Paris? Especially if it's Notre Dame. I think Marquette would, potentially because of the French connection with the name.
That is true.
I'm looking at I was looking at Scott Kuykendall, the sports information director at Marquette. His he loves on Instagram and Twitter to use the hashtag emotional.
So there
I don't know.
There are 3 watching, but there's only 1 in the chat, or 4 watching, and there's only 1 in the chat, and that's me on my second screen. So make sure to drop a comment.
Oh, beautiful pass down low to make it 20-18 Marquette.
Keep commenting with us. I will say, though, if you're watching this game, everyone, if you don't know Marquette in and out, let me tell you something. This team, especially with Shaka Smart, defense. They have a deflection board. It's all about playing as tough as you can, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
It's gritty. It's not dirty, but it's messy basketball that they turn into transition buckets. How would you describe Notre Dame's style play?
Notre Dame, work it around the field, work it around the court, and try to get a good 3-point shot.
They're more of a half-court team.
Yeah.
More of a set offense, tie game at 20 as they bang it down low for a deuce. And now the leprechaun is running with a Santa hat on.
Well, only 2 weeks to Christmas.
That's true.
So, makes sense.
Another drive to the bucket. They've got guys who can create their own shot like that.
Yeah.
It works. Use it.
Yeah, definitely a contrast of styles here with Notre Dame, usually more set. I mean, unless if there's like an open court like that. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Well, this is what I'll ask. Who's going to play the other team's style of basketball better? Who is going to counter that style?
This is back and forth and messy, and no one.
Yeah, Notre Dame's definitely not as good at the transition. They do not want to play Marquette's game.
24-20 on a layup.
The JJ show says that's a funny story. I'm just going to call him John because that's what I call him in real life.
Okay.
If you want like just history and geography stuff, that's where you find it. That's the JJ show.
How did you guys fall in love with West Virginia, though?
So my mom is from Charleston. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah.
I married a West Virginian. Just to tell you how much love they have for the Mountaineers. One of the times I visited them, because she didn't go to West Virginia, the university. She went to a small college called Belmont Abbey College. It's outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. Al McGuire coached there before coaching at Marquette, by the way.
D3 school.
Yep. Are they D2 now?
Mm.
But either way, I'm inside her house, and I'm thinking, well, we're talking about colleges and loyalty and things like that. And I'm like, well, you didn't go to the university, so technically you wouldn't consider yourself a Mountaineer. So I'm like, you're not a Mountaineer, technically, because you didn't go to WVU. The size of everyone's eyeballs expanded about 3 sizes from everyone in the room who was from West Virginia. Fire was breathing from their nostrils.
Yeah.
I was in trouble.
Because even being the son of someone from West Virginia, if you have West Virginia blood, it is there. You are a Mountaineer, and you live and die by that team. And that's just, or you could live and die by Marshall, but no one live and dies by Marshall outside of the Huntington area. So,
or unless you're Brad or something.
Yeah, you can look on the New York Times college football map. Marshall owns Huntington. They own nothing else.
Yeah. Why is there such a hatred between the two, though? Like, wouldn't they be like root for each other since one's a big school, one's a small school?
So I think it's the same idea of Wisconsin and Marquette. Some fans like the other side. Some
Thank you.
some fans are gonna some West Virginia fans like Marshall, some don't, and I think it's the other way around too. And I think for the ones that don't, for what WV fans that don't like Marshall, I think it's that some Marshall fans consider WV a rival, and West Virginia fans are like, you've never beaten us. Like, this is not a rivalry. It's always on our home turf, and we always beat you. So, and we're on two different levels. Like, it's not a rivalry at all.
Yeah, West Virginia fans consider the West Virginia Marshall game to be like Marquette versus UWM.
Yeah.
Or UW Milwaukee. Marshall fans look at it as the big in-state Division I. You just tied that game up with, again, another 3-point shot. You got to defend the 3. But Marshall fans look at it as a legitimate in-state game. But until Marshall beats West Virginia, especially in football, it's just not going to matter.
Yeah.
He missed a dunk. Oh, foul. Okay.
I will say, though, a few years ago, they played back-to-back in the same arena in the tournament, NCAA tournament. And there were a decent amount of I think Marshall played first. There were a decent amount of WVU fans there for Marshall and Marshall fans there for WVU. It was a really, we want to play you. We want to have that fun game. Which that would have been fun. I think it would have been like a 7 versus 10. Or, no, 6 versus 10. Probably, something like that. I don't exactly remember what the setup was.
Now, Notre Dame in the ACC, basketball-wise, who would you say is your big rival?
Louisville, because of the Big East connection.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Syracuse.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean, you got I'm trying to think. So Pitt beats Boston College.
Louisville is. I can't believe how bad Louisville is. It's so
I
weird.
know. So what? 4? How many former Big East teams are in the ACC? Notre Dame.
You can count the old Big East as well. Virginia Tech, Boston
Yeah.
College, Miami.
Yeah.
Louisville, Notre Dame, Syracuse. I know I'm missing one or two.
Pitt
Pitt
would be the other one. I feel like Penn State and like Army and Navy, I feel like they fit in more culturally than Miami does. I will say that.
By far.
I would love if there was this is never gonna happen in college football, but if there was a reboot of the Big Ten, or not the Big Ten, the Big East,
yeah.
I can't think. I feel like you would probably see Penn State, Army and Navy over Miami.
Let's see.
It's West Virginia. It's West Virginia.
It is the separate state of West Virginia.
Yeah. And John, you're past 4th grade, so you should know that. I love though. I've had teachers that have you're going to Virginia, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Virginia.
Half of America doesn't know West Virginia is a state.
I mean, though, when we were in New York, I heard multiple people say that the Brewers were from Milwaukee, Michigan.
Yep.
So.
Or Milwaukee, Minnesota, I've heard.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes. Even in my class, some people thought that Chicago was its own state. What other crazy thing have I heard? That Africa was a country.
Like, you've probably heard some weird geographics thrown at you about your hometown, about where you're from, about where you're at school.
And anything, Virginia, West Virginia, anything like that?
Mm-hmm. Well, one thing that with the Virginia and West Virginia rivalry is sort of like the country road song. Like, I know. Oh, there's Digger. Digger's at the game. Love seeing Digger there.
Nice.
Is that like Virginia claims the West Virginia song, the Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River, because they're actually in Virginia. So I think that's the one fun thing that.
Shenandoah River is. Isn't it in some places on the border?
I'd have to look.
I think it is at some points. Well, yeah, John Denver actually did make that song somewhat based on Virginia, but in West Virginia, that you just don't talk about that. It's that kind of thing. It's like the song from the movie Coco, I think it was, We Don't Talk About Bruno. It's that exact same idea, just we don't talk about it.
The river has two forks, including one in West Virginia itself.
Okay.
So it does. West Virginia does play a part.
Where
They're leaving guys open again underneath. Like around Harper's Ferry.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know where that is.
That area.
We got to get there.
We do. Now I'm just going to confirm something while this game is going on about that song as well.
Go, Tyler. Oh, foul.
So if you can discuss while I research this quickly.
Yeah, so Will, Notre Dame has a big bowl game coming up against South Carolina. What do you think?
Yeah, we're playing our old pal USC Junior in a Lou Holtz Bowl. I'm pretty confident. That we can run the ball on them and that they're having so many guys out. I feel like our D-line should be able to hang in there. I know we're losing Isaiah Foskey, the all-time sacks leader.
Yeah.
And Michael Mayer, the all-time best tight end in every statistical category ever. But I feel like with Tyler Buckner back in, who was out, he got hurt in the Marshall game. That was the reason that we lost that one. I feel like we'll be able to hold our own on the line of scrimmage on defense and get to Spencer Rattler, and I feel like we'll win comfortably.
I have, unfortunately, some bad news for my fellow West Virginians.
Stop.
Or my West Virginians by marriage. Country Roads was written in Maryland. And about Maryland. They were in Gaithersburg, Maryland. This is according to the Associated Press.
Gaithersburg is close to D.C. in Virginia.
Now, so it was written there.
26-25 Notre Dame, by the way. We're watching a basketball game.
Oh, so it was written there.
Yep.
But who says, okay, they might have written it there, but who knows if they were around the area and, went to Virginia and West Virginia.
Well, Gaithersburg qualifies.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So. Oh, Paul Silas died.
Paul Silas? Oh, legendary Boston Celtic.
So that's that former NBA player. I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was gonna say. So Will, when you're at the start of the season, Notre Dame is struggling. What's going through your head?
It's growing pains. We'll be okay. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. This is growing pains. We're gonna still, even if we're bad this season, we're gonna be better soon.
Okay, so it wasn't I can, as a Packers fan, we were so good, and then it's just like this year has been terrible. Like, at some point, does it go through your head that it might be like this the rest of the season?
Get that.
All
right.
What's like? I mean, especially during that Marshall game, is it what is this? Like, what? Like, just is it shock when you see that, or are you expecting that?
The losing?
Yeah.
No, it's a shock.
Okay.
I mean,
I remember Labor Day weekend. I was on another Notre Dame fan stream, Chicago Sports Network. I was doing Notre Dame Ohio State with them, and I'm like, imagine that you lose to Marshall, thinking that it was going to be a 20-point blowout. But I mean, I think wasn't it the Cal game that Notre Dame won? Did they win that one?
I think they did.
Right, Will? Did they?
They win what, the Cal game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I saw them win that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I think they might get this back on track, and they did. And I was surprised by that. I didn't expect much after the Marshall and Stanford losses. And speaking of Stanford, what do you think about their coaching hire?
Interesting hire. He did a heck of a job at Sacramento State.
He did.
What the?
Oh, ESPN's going off on our computer.
On our computer?
But it's a big,
Yeah,
but it's a big
it's showing
jump.
highlights.
It's a big jump from FCS to Power 5. It's a huge jump.
You probably have no idea what we're talking about. Stanford. Okay, so you know that Stanford hired Sacramento State's head coach?
Yep.
Yeah, which shocked me. I expected Stanford to make a splash hire.
They were, we talked on one of the Voice of College Football discussions about like they need to get like a Bill Walsh type level hire. Nope. Sacramento State.
Mm-hmm. So they need to get if he has a good coaching staff, I think he can get them maybe into a bowl game next year. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I did look, though, at his track record, and in high school and FCS, he performed really well. So there's no show of losing throughout his entire career.
28-27 Notre Dame, 4:19 left first half.
Yup.
Keep going.
So yeah, that's all I was gonna. Sorry, I'm like moving my hand quick, and yeah. So what I was saying though is how I think that he's had a track record of winning. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clip some of these bloopers, and I'm gonna have to clip some of them and put them out. JJ Show says my mom thinks there's also a Northeast Virginia too.
Well, that's DC Metro.
That's where I'm from. Yeah.
Nice.
We were in Northeast Virginia. We were in Arlington.
We drove.
My hometown.
That's your hometown?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were at the what's it called? The statue.
We were at the Marine Corps Memorial.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Classic.
I've been there 3 times. Twice I had a chance to go to DC to cover the Honor Flight. Are you familiar with those?
Honor Flight?
Yeah. That's a program where veterans from all across the country. Nice dunk, Marquette 31-28. 3 minutes to go and a half. Where veterans from across the country, and they started it with World War II. Now they're expanding it to Korean, Vietnam veterans. They are flown on charter jets to DC, and they spend a day around their monuments and the memorials and just share a day with fellow veterans with whom they get a chance to. Oh, I see why you had your hand over your head. Airball.
Oh, Marquette.
Marquette fans are going nuts.
Yeah.
But where they spend the day with veterans who experience what they did. And for so many of them, it's not just a chance to be thanked, because you have random strangers who walk all around the National Mall and around these monuments saying, hey, thank you for your service. Thank you for what you did for us.
That's awesome.
And then they get flown back same day to their hometown, and they get the welcome back that they didn't get in so many cases when they returned home from the war. And they got like 5,000 people at the airport greeting them like they just won the Super Bowl or the college football playoff or something.
I've been at one of the welcome backs, and also I've seen honor flights like in DC. It's awesome.
Yeah. I was blessed to fly on them and cover 2 of them for the radio station I used to work for back in Milwaukee, WTMJ, and it's just powerful. And twice we went to the National Marine Corps Memorial as part of it, and this one flight was sponsored by the Milwaukee Bucks. And so you had former Bucks players on the flight as these veterans guardians, and they're like 7 feet tall, and these guardians are like 5'5", 5'10", in this big team picture, and they can't get enough of it. It's just so cool.
Or were there any former Bucks players that we would know?
Steve Novak,
Oh, yeah, I know Steve.
best 3-point shooter in the history of college basketball. No, but he was darn good.
He was good with Marquette.
Played for like 13 NBA teams or something like that. No, but man, would you remember the name Ryan Hoover
I've heard that.
at Notre Dame?
Ryan.
Hoover, like the vacuum.
No, sorry.
Okay.
I know Pat Connaughton. He's on the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt.
Nice.
He's my guy,
He's
or
good dude.
backup shooting guard.
Good dude. But Hoover was just that kind of player. Played at Notre Dame, and then when I worked in minor league basketball, he played for the Rockford Lightning, the team that I worked for. And he was from that area and was just beloved. Just beloved. And well, we saw Digger. What was your favorite? You remember the Digger Phelps' highlighters?
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite highlighter color of his?
Highlighter. I like the green.
Well, of course. Of course. Man, I watched some old. I think, if I remember correctly, NFL Films did a documentary on Notre Dame football. And like the night before every game, he would actually lead the student body at the pep rallies inside the basketball arena. And it was just nuts how worked up he would get for the football team.
No, north and east.
Okay.
Yeah, so 5 watching. I'm guessing that Golden Blue Dude is starting to wrap up soon. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get some of the college football people. But yeah, so 5 watching, make sure to comment. Here's we are watching, as you can see on the screen, Marquette, Notre Dame, the Golden Eagles, and the Fighting Irish. And what's the score to this?
It is a 3-point Marquette lead.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And we're in the final minutes of the first half.
So, Will, you're going to VCU. So, Shaka, going there, what would you say? Is he beloved there?
He's beloved.
That's what I would think, considering he sent them.
Not Will Wade. Will Wade is hated.
But is like I'm guessing that Shaka is just a legend there. You send VCU to the Final Four, and I mean, hopefully he can send Marquette to the Final Four. Little bit of a tougher schedule.
Yes.
To win on, but I mean the Big East are St. John's and Syracuse, or not Syracuse, St. John's and there's one other team still undefeated. Because I know at one time St. John's was.
Houston is.
Okay, I'm gonna.
No, they're not. They lost to Bama. My bad. Who else is that? I want to look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking up St. John's record. Big East.
Four.
Who have they? Have they just had a cream puff schedule?
Yeah. So St. John's is 10-1.
UVA is.
And UConn is also undefeated. They're 11.
Can't stand UVA.
Does most of Virginia not be able to stand UVA?
They either love or hate them.
Okay. Oh, okay. That was a mess.
Great campus, but I just don't like the vibe of the kids there.
It seems as if it's a little stuffy.
Yeah. Great campus, though.
Marquette 6th in the Big East.
Long rebound. Nice.
At 7-3. First St. John's, second UConn, and then Providence, Butler, Xavier, and then Marquette.
Forgive me if you already know this, but Navy's coach was just fired.
Navy football?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
If they lose to Army twice in a row, the dude gets fired.
No, I thought Navy won last year.
Did they?
Versus Army 2021. Yeah. They won 17-13 last season.
Okay. So you lose to the Army, you get fired.
They've split 2 of the last 4 with the Army.
Okay.
But Army's won 6 out of the last 8.
Yeah.
So, okay, who's getting hired at Navy?
Ooh.
Are they gonna modernize the? No,
No.
they
But
can't.
no. I
They
know
can't.
Navy football enough.
That would that. Why do I feel like that's gonna be? Someone's gonna put a YouTube title out about that.
Hello, everyone's going blue dude here, and Navy fired their coach.
They're gonna get Ryan Day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it's probably just gonna be a former player.
Well, could Ryan Day go to Navy? I could see it happen. Mm-hmm.
with that expanded defense budget, maybe.
I love Golden Blue Dude to death, but his videos are pretty fun.
It's fun to talk about his videos, titles, yeah.
So 57.3 left. Marquette up 3. Sterling at the line. All-American last season, and he misses.
Yeah, that hurt.
This brings me back to when I was doing radio play-by-play on the Marquette student broadcasts. Oh, I love calling road games, especially.
Why do I'm like, I bet you just want to go.
Oh, nice putback. Yeah.
I bet you just want to go. Guy 1, pass to guy 2, and it's a score.
Oh yeah. I think I've got some of my old tapes somewhere. I'm gonna have to pull them out.
You will.
And I think technically I might be able to post them on YouTube and have permission to do it. If it's like used as sort of like a broadcast reel type resume type of thing. But yeah, I doubt I'm going to be getting play-by-play jobs here. I don't think I'm going to be getting a Villanova job anytime soon.
Hey, maybe Penn will be looking for a basketball guy.
No, because I know the Penn guy myself. He's actually a really good guy and a great broadcaster.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I actually work with him.
Oh, cool.
At KYW News Radio.
Who? Who's the Penn guy?
Matt Leon.
Oh, Matt Leon. Okay. I have no idea who that is, but you talked about it before.
There's a deflection sign.
2. That's disappointing. That's really disappointing. Oh, 6. Never mind.
Switch it up.
Still very disappointing. Oh,
14.
They're just showing it throughout the game.
Okay.
Well, if it's 14, then we're good. Shaka usually likes, I'm pretty sure, 30. So almost there.
They're on pace. Close
to
it.
Yeah. Just play defense, guys. Play defense. Look at that.
Oh, suffocating, but you leave a guy open for a 3.
Still misses.
Ooh, lucky. 34-29. They can take a 7 or 8 point lead here.
Good half for you guys.
We'll take it, but
competitive game.
Yeah.
And it's up, and it is.
Tip, no. 34-29 at the half.
Okay.
34-29 at halftime.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab some snack.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'll be back in a second.
Bloopers.
All the bloopers. Will's taking a break for a second here at halftime as well. We'll keep it here for you here at the half. Marquette 34, Notre Dame 29.
And now you're broadcasting.
I hosted enough halftime shows. I hosted enough post-game shows to know what all this stuff is and that type of thing. Both these teams are definitely tournament bubble or better caliber. I see both these teams making it. I will also say I want this rivalry back. I want this rivalry back on a yearly basis. It's not going to happen because both these teams have too many commitments to other games already. And both these teams have to have certain amounts of home games where the road team is not going to demand a return game for their athletic budget. So, happy Hodag. Thank you. Notre Dame graduate, but you're sticking with the Wisconsin teams today. I believe the Badgers are playing St. Thomas because one of my friends actually, his son goes to St. Thomas, Minnesota. Chicago Sports Network joining us. Go Irish. By the way, the kid is just taking a quick break. He will be back soon. Will ND will be also rejoining us very soon. Thank you for popping in. It's been a fabulous first half. And Notre Dame can shoot the rock. They can. Marquette's defense was outstanding in terms of its ability to, on a lot of occasions, suffocate and confuse the Notre Dame defense. But Notre Dame can shoot the three. They absolutely can shoot the three. JJ Show, who are we rooting for, Army or Navy? We have more people connected to the Navy in our family.
Go Navy, beat Army.
Yeah, you heard the kid. Go Navy, beat Army, but love them both. Thank you for all those who serve us. Absolutely. So it's like good guy against good guy. That's the way I look at it. And that was just so amazing for us just to walk around the pregame parties, the tailgate parties yesterday at Lincoln Financial Field before the game began, and just take in the atmosphere. That was so cool. That was so cool. And we also found some tips on some good parking spots where we could park for free, walk a few blocks, and then walk amongst the tailgaters who are spending $45 for parking before that game. We were not going to go to that game because tickets would have run us more than $300 for the two of us. We don't have that kind of money. But it was fun just to be around it. Just to be around it. And for those that don't know, we are here today talking college basketball because it is one of the great college basketball rivalries in America that isn't played enough. And also because there's no Packers game today. They are off this week. They are on a bye. So we're not streaming their game. We decided to do Marquette and Notre Dame instead of Eagles-Giants. And that game turned into a blowout. Of course, we live here in Philadelphia now. That game was a blowout. Eagles destroying New York, 48-22. Jalen Hurts continuing his march toward a potential MVP. Though I'm not sure he's going to get it.
I'm here for 4 minutes, and then
You got to head back upstairs?
yeah, I have stuff warming up in the microwave.
Okay.
Got some pasta.
Excellent. Good time.
And Will's back.
Will is back. Let me get you in here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for returning.
And your fellow Irish fan is here.
Chicago Sports Network thoughts on Lions Vikings. It was not on our screen today. I would not be able to comment on anything more than the fact
Shocker.
It was a shocker.
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked anymore by what the Lions have been able to grow and do under Dan Campbell.
And Hodag might recognize Will because Will is part of the Grossi Raid Club, the most exclusive club.
I did get raided. It was like crazy. I was like, wait, what? What's going on? There's so many more people in my chat now.
We had Packers 49ers, we were rated, and then
Wait, is that how you found me? Or did you find me just through Going Blue Dude and Mark Rogers?
GBD.
Okay, yeah.
I think I was sub before the Grossi raid. I think I was. But
Ooh, this week. Houston, Virginia. That's gonna be a game.
Let's go Cougs. No. I do kind of I have a softer spot for Virginia because of the shooting. I do.
yeah.
True.
Yeah, but we had
That was on Bills Rams. I was doing the Bills Rams stream.
Yeah, for the opening game. We had divisional round last year, Packers Niners. And then this season, Vikings Packers. And both were awesome. I think combined he's gotten like 300 subs for us.
Which we all massively appreciate. Chicago Sports Network bold take. My opinion is that the Packers have the worst future in the NFC North.
Bears.
Right now, that's not a bad take.
Bears.
I would say
Bears.
at best
Bears.
they have the second worst future.
Bears.
We have had.
I feel bad for Justin Fields. He's a good quarter. If he was on another team, he would be a Pro Bowler.
You give him talent, he's going to be dangerous in this league.
Bears.
The question is, can they actually garner the talent? In the Packers situation, they have to rebuild.
They have to just get rid of Rodgers, get rid of Love, get rid of Bakhtiari, get rid of
No,
State.
get Love. Keep Love.
Okay,
Keep
well,
Love.
keep him one more year, and then if he doesn't work out, then
I mean, I think he has the chance to have a real future.
I think he does too.
The reason why you need to trade Aaron Rodgers is because your window has closed for championships.
Yeah.
It's going to take at least 2 years to rebuild that team into a squad that can win you a championship. Aaron Rodgers, I don't think has 2 more years left of excellence in his career. I don't think he's going to be able to last that long. That at 42 years old, he's going to be able to quarterback a championship squad. He's not Tom Brady.
Mm-mm.
He's been injured way too often.
This is like the first time in my lifetime, and in many, probably half the people's chat lives in chat, that the Packers are going to have to rebuild and be bad. Because, like, I started watching NFL in 2007, and they almost made it to the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah.
And they've been, like, consistently – I mean, they've had a few bad years with Rodgers, but they've been great.
I'll disagree here in the sense that I think the Packers may have a future quarterback with Jordan Love.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a good possibility. The Bears had a ridiculously, legitimately good quarterback in Justin Fields by far.
This is what I'll say though, and then I'm gonna go get my pasta. The Packers, if we can get new coordinators, especially on the defensive side, our defense has top 10 talent, even maybe top 5 talent. If they get the right guy to run it, we will have a spectacular defense.
That may also mean that Aaron Rodgers sticks around.
But what I'm saying is that if you get rid of Rodgers, you got your defense set up. I say get rid of Rodgers, Bakhtiari, and the only defensive guy I'd be willing to get rid of is Eric Stokes because he's sitting as a number 3 corner, but I think he has potential. The Packers just don't need him. I say with our top 10 draft pick, we draft a receiver. So you get that Love receiver. So then you have
Marvin Harrison?
Maybe. I'd be
or Jordan Addison. Which one?
I like Jordan. I like Addison.
You guys are going to need to do an NFL draft show. While if I'm still working nights at KYW News Radio, I'm on the night shift there. If I'm working that night, you guys may definitely need to do a draft show.
Give me like a Jordan Addison. Like think of how much this would improve the receiving core. You have Jordan Addison, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs as your top 3. It's not bad. I think better, but it's not terrible.
Nice.
Okay, it's your turn to talk about the NFL draft.
Okay. Chicago's.
I'm gonna go flip my burger over.
I'm sorry?
I'm gonna go flip my burger over. I'm cooking a burger.
Go do your thing as we watch a commercial where they're flipping burgers. Nice. Go for it. Chicago Sports Network as Jordan, as our man Will is taking care of his late afternoon lunch or early dinner. Jordan Love has not shown enough to say that he is a future quarterback. He has shown capability that he can be. He had some early stumbles in his first appearances, by far. And his passer rating in those early stumble games was better than Aaron Rodgers in his first equivalent number of games as a Green Bay Packer when he was backing up Brett Favre. He was a young backup quarterback at the time. And Love has improved. Love, if you saw those last 10 minutes against one of the best defenses in football, in the Philadelphia Eagles, he puts up 10 points in 2 drives, including late game drives, which can be much harder when the defense knows that you've got to throw the football. So I think there's something there in Jordan Love. I think that once the Packers are eliminated from playoff contention, which I think is going to happen after they lose to the LA Rams coming up on December 19th, there are going to be at least 2 games where I think Jordan Love needs to play the whole game. Against Miami and at Minnesota. At Miami, at Minnesota, 2 tough road games. Just to see what they've got with him. I think Chicago Sports Network, you're right with that in one sense that he needs to show more. I think there have been some good glimpses where he could be the guy. And he will love having Christian Watson at wide receiver. He's going to be legit. He is going to be a legit number one wide receiver in the National Football League.
Whoa, hot fuzz.
Coaches, Magic, defensive and offensive line for Green Bay have been subpar. Agreed. Don't wish Rodgers away too soon. That's why we're wishing Rodgers away. Because with those lines, he ain't going to win you a championship. And you need to develop a quarterback who is going to be ready to be a championship level quarterback at the same time that the rest of the roster matures to be championship level. So I think that time could come where they improve, but they got to add pieces. And so I would rather say, let's trade Rodgers. Let's give him a chance to win a championship, trade him to a contender, get draft picks in between. And then I think you can add those pieces. Don't jinx yourself, the JJ Show. I see you. I see you. Yeah, we're at halftime of Marquette and Notre Dame. Marquette with a 5-point lead. So I appreciate you staying in easy, money. Let's see.
Easy. What's up?
The kid is currently eating his dinner.
I am. It's good.
What's happening about my Crimson Tide basketball team? Already knocked off 2 number ones. Houston and UNC, just saying. I cannot say that I've watched a second of Alabama basketball, but if you're beating number ones like that, you deserve better than a golf clap. You much deserve better than a golf clap. Totally understand. Totally understand. And Chicago Sports Network thought on the Chicago Bulls this season. You haven't watched them a lot. I've watched them none. And that's nothing, no offense to the Chicago Bulls. I think I've watched maybe 10 minutes of NBA basketball this season just because nighttime I'm focused on my job with what I have to do and then usually going right to bed afterward. The kid could talk NBA. He'll talk your ear off. He'll talk your ear off. And yes.
The Bulls thinking I don't like them.
He just gave his opinion about what he thinks about the Bulls, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything in terms of their capabilities as a basketball team. What I will say about the Chicago Bulls, and the kid convinced me on this, they need to wear the Chicago flag jersey a lot more, the red and the baby blue. And they also should wear that Irish jersey, especially on St. Patrick's Day, the black and green.
I didn't convince you on that one because I don't agree with that.
Kid disagrees. Oh, well. Coach's Magic, you deserve a lot more than a golf clap. Truth. We're getting closer to the second half as John Shoemate, one of the great Notre Dame Fighting Irish basketball players of all time, who's on that team that beat Notre Dame after they had an 88-game winning streak in 1974. And you can see Digger Phelps just cheering so hard.
How did Notre Dame beat Notre Dame?
Well, UCLA, I said.
Okay.
Nate Oates believing that Bama looks like a Final Four team. That's possible. If you beat number ones, you can make it to the Final Four. We're about to return to the start of the second half. Marquette up by 5. Osei Gadara with already a double-double, 10 and 10. This dude's legit. This dude is legit. I do like what ESPN's saying about the fact that, yeah, Notre Dame can shoot the 3, and I think they can. But only 4 for 12. Oh, beautiful backdoor. Cut to the bucket. 36-29, Marquette. So I am going back to my old days being the student announcer for the student broadcast. And we went to road games when I was a Marquette student. 3, baby! Collect! Just like that, 5 points out of the gate. They're up 10. Will is not going to be happy when he comes back. Will is not going to be happy.
Yeah, can we get VC security to
Easy money. The Jordan Chicago Bulls were great. The only one that could stop them was the bad boys, the Detroit Pistons. Correct for 2 years, and then in '91, the Bulls destroyed them, and Isaiah Thomas walked off the court without shaking anybody's hands. Oh man, they're up 12. Woo! Wow. JJ, funny that the Eagles used to be one of the worst teams 2 years ago. Now they are one of the best go Eagles. It's because of that Alabama quarterback, Jalen Hurts, who, of course, went to Oklahoma in between. But the man can quarterback. And their GM. Howie! Howie Roseman.
Howie the goat.
Coach's Magic, thank you. $1 million voice, Papa Sorgi. Could rival Bob Costas in NFL's greatest moments. I'll tell you something. I worked for the Packers Radio Network for 22 years. I used to do, as a matter of fact, the NFL Films type of segment during their pregame show talking about Packers history. And now I've moved to Philadelphia. The NFL Films offices are a 45-minute drive from this house. I should apply for a job there. How's the pasta, kid? JJ Show wants to know.
That was really good. It seemed fly. Straight from the old Milwaukee ICC cookbook.
Nice. And easy money. You sound like me watching my Crimson Tide basketball versus Houston yesterday. Hey, when you're hot like they have been in the start of this first part of the second half, yeah, it's going to sound like that. It is going to sound like that. 41-29. Marquette up early. Oh, I'd love that. I would love that. Easy money. The game where Isaiah Thomas and the Pistons walked off the court against the Pippen Chicago Bulls. Yep. When they went home like cryos. Can you pop back in?
Yeah, for a second.
As soon as you can.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just finishing.
Okay. I would love to work for NFL Films, do some of their documentaries. The most legendary voice that they ever had, the voice of NFL Films, John Facenda, actually worked for the radio station I work for, KYW News Radio. That's so eerie to think about that. And then, of course, they had another guy named Harry Callis. Harry Callis, the voice of the Philadelphia Phillies, who also did a bunch of their films back in the 70s and the 80s, going into the 90s. I would love to do that. I would love to. If it could be now, just real quick. Kids taking over. I will be back. Hopefully Will be back soon as well.
Okay. Well, I'm taking over. Tim. I don't know. Good to see you in here, Tim. Tim, we hopefully football game is USC and Cotton. We might be doing the Cotton here. Who knows? Okay, and Will is back.
Hey.
So we've got as I'm going to lower the sound because it is really loud. But I don't know what button to do that with, so I won't worry about it. We have two college football guys in here, Tim and Easy Money.
Wait, does Tim want to call in? Is that what he's asking?
No. Pops was talking about going. He was saying that he wants to work for NFL Films. Someone brought up that, so yeah,
nice.
That's what we're talking about. And yeah. We're just talking about NBA history. So 41-29. Marquette leads.
41-29. Okay, that's not good.
Yeah. I said that we needed to call VCU security just to make sure that you were okay.
No, I'm okay. I was cooking my burger.
Nice.
I got the I toasted the bun and everything.
Nice. Yeah, when Pops is back, I'm gonna finish my souffle pasta.
I need to find my thing, and I'll be back in a second.
Okay. Caleb winning the Heisman, yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna see what's happening in pro football right now because I'm curious, and that's the only reason why. NFL. Hold on one sec. NFL scoreboard. Okay. I just want to know. Niners killing the Bucks. Panthers killing the Seahawks. And Chiefs killing the Broncos. No shocks there. But yeah, so as I'm going to try to bring the graphic back up here. Let's see if it'll load for me. Don't think it will, but yeah, it's not. You can check out Will. It's the pinned comment somewhere in the top. Hold on. At CFB Young Guns, at Will Indy Irish, if you haven't yet. So now, what do we have here? 3-ball, air ball, 41-35, 6-point game, rebound, no good again, and it's going to be out on Notre Dame. At least of what I could tell. Yeah, easy money. Bama's not a playoff quality team. I hate to say it, but they just aren't. So, yeah, Marquette is going to inbound. 3, and that's good. And now Will's back.
All right, cut it to 7.
Yeah. I'm like trying to get this graphic back up, but it's not working, so I'm just gonna do that. So yeah, 44-37 now. And who is that driving? That's gonna be Kolek, I think, yeah. And for anyone who's just been joining us the last few minutes, Tyler Kolek, we talked about this earlier, has been one of the leading he was one of the leading guys in assists last year in college basketball. So 46-37 now, 9-point game.
Having Josh Oduro helped him a lot.
Yeah.
At Mason.
And come on. Defense. And Notre Dame's gonna score. But yeah. Justin Lewis was a huge part of that Marquette team last year. Marquette loses him. So that's hurt us, but we've played better without him. So, and now Pops is back. Will's back. He's chowing down on his burger that he just made. And we're just talking about Caleb Williams.
Excellent.
Winning the Heisman.
Excellent. All right. Burger. Well, what you got on it?
It's just a frozen Kroger burger, but they're pretty good.
Nice. I'm let's see, I haven't made burgers in so long. I'm just thinking about. You ever had a Carolina Classic burger? Ever had a Carolina Classic burger?
Carolina Classic?
Yep. Bacon, cheese, coleslaw, onions. Ridiculously good. Easy money. Looks like the SEC will have another football championship. The Big 10 has 2 chances to stop them. Betting Georgia. Smart move. Very smart. Not a. Someday I'd love to see the Big 10 actually win the whole ball wax again. Not Ohio State. But I know that other team in the Big 10 you would kind of loathe.
That would be terrible.
Until you beat them. Until the next year in head-to-head you beat them. But, I mean, Wisconsin being able to get that level, I would love to see that with Luke Fickell. Not there yet, but I think they can get to a level soon where they can play in a college football playoff. That's like the next level.
They were at that level with the 12-team playoff with Burt.
Sorry?
They're at that level. If it was a 12-team playoff, they would have gotten in with Burt.
True, but I'm talking being a semifinal kind of team. They've got a shot. Thank you, easy money. That's me, the ball guy. I appreciate it.
Almost bowl.
Yeah, I've got a few more follicles left, but yeah, I think I've just given up on trying to make it look like something. So I don't do the full Vin Diesel, but yeah, treasure your hair, Will. Treasure your hair.
Yeah, I'm learning that through my dad. My dad he's dealing with stuff, so he had to lose his hair. So yeah,
We're lifting you. But yeah, I wore too many hats back when I was a kid. Back when I was a young adult, wore hats way too often, and that's what cost me.
oh, they're showing a classic game. That's the UCLA game, right? Where they broke.
Yep, that's the game we mentioned a few times, where they stopped Bill Walton on that last second shot that he missed, and those missed putbacks, and they wore that classic gold Notre Dame uniforms. Those classic Notre Dame uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
All good. Much appreciated, easy money. Much appreciated.
I come with dessert.
Do you want those uniforms back?
Yeah, it'll be fun to wear them once in a while.
Would you want them to wear a football version of it in a road game or a bowl game or something?
I could see it in a Shamrock series.
Another layup for Marquette.
So I come with dessert. I have a candy cane and 3 Hershey Kisses. So that should do.
Notre Dame made a comeback while I was out for a sec. They can keep making comebacks so they can get entry passes like that and move the ball around. Oh my gosh, what a rejection.
That's a deflection.
That was more than a deflection. And yes, treasure your hair, Happy Hodag. Treasure your hair.
Too many rebounds. Offensive rebounds given up there.
Yeah. Well, when they're being volleyballed out like that, I can see why you'd say that. Third time's the charm. Big time appreciated.
Thank you.
Yes.
And check out Will if you haven't yet, people.
Please do so.
I've got the Young Guns and Will and the ats in as the pinned message. So hopefully they can find it there.
Yes.
Just search those ats, and you should get it.
Oh, the bench is a lot. 51-39. That's crazy. I did not expect Marquette to be winning this game by double digits. Win, very possible, certainly. But double digits, no. But when you beat Baylor by double digits, it's not out of the question. I should have remembered that.
Not good, not good. Well, good for you, not good for me.
Great inside defense stopping that drive. And then and the foul. And the foul for Iguodala.
JJ, what's nasty? Hershey Kisses?
No, nasty play on the inside by Marquette.
Oh, I thought
Prosper.
I didn't know that JJ was watching this.
Nasty shot there. And if he's not, I don't care. I'm going to say that he is just for fun.
You know who we need on one of these shows sometimes, or sometime with Will and I? We've had Ty Guy on. We need Tim and Tony and One Scoop John and that whole voice, all those voice of college football guys.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys met up with GBD IRL?
No, not yet. I mean, you started watching him 2020, right?
Yeah, early 2020.
And I was kind of chocolate face.
Nope, pasta.
Oh, pasta face. Okay. I've been like a regular there since mid-February of 2021. So I'm trying to get him to come up to Philly.
Ooh,
I want to see. I want to do what I'd love to do is a Penn game with him, Joey, and the Penn grad Tony.
Yes.
We've been to Franklin Field, just not for football.
Yeah, we want to get there next year.
They're doing well so far. I mean, not like top 25, but like getting into the tournament good enough. But it looks like Marquette's on another level today. I mean, they beat Michigan State pretty good. Notre Dame did, so.
By far, both tournament teams. Oh, missed a 3. Notre Dame has to come back in, I think. I'm not sure if they'll pull it off, but they have it in them to do it. Marquette
Not with
cannot let up. I'm surprised. Is he not a 3-point shooter, and that's why he faked it out and tried to drive instead?
I think you got to shoot the 3 there.
Yeah. Oh. Again, it's just dirty, hard, back and forth basketball. Thank you for popping in easy money. Do your thing. Thank you for coming in. Subscribe to both of us, everybody.
Yeah.
Just like this good man has. Has Nasty already skipped a generation? What, the Hershey Kiss? Nasty was a thing for me back in the 80s. Janet Jackson, the song Nasty Boys. When defenses were called nasty in football. I still remember Charlie Weiss's first Notre Dame press conference when he was the head coach there, and he said, we've got to become nasty on defense.
One college football guy leaves and another comes.
Bo Stacker.
What's up, Bo?
Let's go, Mountaineers, Bo.
But you usually don't think of Notre Dame football and nasty in the same breath.
Well, that 2012 defense was nasty that year.
Agreed. And it's not that they've never had good defenses. They've had outstanding defenses. They're just not known for being intimidating and like giving like the glare at you after they make a tackle.
Yeah, that's true.
Notre Dame is such a prestigious school.
Yeah.
It feels like you're in like the mecca of college football when you're in South Bend.
Oh, amen. Wide open 3-0.
So hold on. The mecca of college football. Wherever have I heard mecca? Oh, Mecca Arena in Milwaukee. That's where I heard that. No, I'm kidding. I know what you mean, Will.
That was our old arena back in Milwaukee that Marquette and the Bucks used to play in. The Milwaukee Exposition Convocation Center and Arena.
Now UWM Panther Arena.
Yep. Hence Mecca. Don't tell Alabama that.
Oh.
All right.
You can't beat touchdown Jesus.
I mean, it is more historic. It is much more historic of a locale for college football.
Well, happy Hodag. I mean, I would say so.
Amen. I got it. Amen. It 10,000% is. And Notre Dame can't get it past 9 here in that possession. And a foul there with 10:41 left. Does Mike Bry look like he's permanently perturbed? I'm not saying he is, but does he look like it?
A little bit. I mean, I love him, but yeah.
And doesn't Shaka look like there's a character in the Jetsons that Shaka looks like with the nose.
I'm too young for that. I'm trying to think.
Outstanding basketball coach, but he looks like one of those characters from the Jetsons.
Oh. The burger was apparently nasty.
Oh, the Carolina Classic Burger, yes. World-class burger.
Yeah, JJ says that it's garbage.
What?
Yeah, he said nasty. He was talking when he said nasty. That's what he was talking about.
Okay.
But we have more coming
The
up.
bowl game.
16th. 16th, the Bahamas Bowl.
5 days. It'll be back. 5 days. I say bowl game in Tokyo. Add a bowl game in Tokyo with West Coast teams.
We already talked, though, about how it's hard to get the passports.
That's true. That's right.
So, I was going to say something. Good.
Recent U.S. policy to demand passports to Canada, because they didn't used to have that. You could do a bowl game in Toronto.
Oh. I think bowl games is not college football.
What?
Apparently, they're just not college football.
To me, bowl games are some of the essence of college football. Some of the best traditions. What would you give, Will, to see your Irish play in a Rose Bowl?
Well, technically in the COVID year, we did play in the Rose Bowl, but it was in Jerry World. So definitely, yeah.
I mean, it's been almost 100 years.
Yeah.
It seems
Well,
wrong.
we did play UCLA in the Rose Bowl in 2007.
Just as a regular season game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a magical place for a game.
Yeah, I would definitely go to I definitely would go to a Rose Bowl if we were playing in one, though. I would get the money together to do it.
Will, I have a question for you. Any plans for streaming this bowl season?
Well, Anthony, I'm trying to record previews with the student sports editors at each bowl team. That's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to contact them. I've been talking to the Troy and UTSA guys, so we're trying to do something tonight.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I think we're doing Michigan TCU. And then who knows what else.
Right.
I might do some stuff with Stat Sheet Sports, Chicago Sports Network, who I'm on with a lot on their streams. I don't know. Maybe you'll end up doing the Guaranteed Rate Bowl after you're finished with work.
Yeah.
With Wisconsin,
We'll see.
Oklahoma State, the battle of the backup QBs. Go Chase Wolf.
I mean, the drop-off can't be much from Graham Mertz. Graham Mertz is pretty much bottom of the barrel, Power 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
Now, if you ever go to a bowl game, if you ever go to the Fiesta Bowl, or I don't think you'd ever want to go to the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, but if you did, there's one thing. Oh, we got a tech here? Did I miss that we're going to have an ejection?
Oh.
We were too much in discussion about bowl games, missing a Marquette player potentially being ejected here. What in the world?
All right, Bo apparently thinks Notre Dame isn't college football then.
He says it has to be in the conference. Yeah, no, Notre Dame is college football. Now, Will, I've been petitioning for
What's your petition, Anthony?
Stanford, Notre Dame, Oregon, and Washington to the Big Ten. What do you think?
The thing is, though, Michigan never let us into the Big Ten, so why should we join? They had their chance back in the 40s to let Notre Dame in the Big Ten, and they never did it. So why should we join the Big Ten now?
Money.
That's 80 years ago. we're a world war, a Korean War, a Vietnam War, a civil rights movement, the invention of the internet, and the invention of social media, the fact that we can do all this great technology since that happened. Can we let bygones be bygones?
I mean, it's Michigan, though. That's the thing. That's the one team that we can't really let it go against.
And today we're proving that people from different blue and gold schools can be nice to each other, even when we disagree on who we're rooting for.
They're corn and blue.
Oh, man. That's rough.
No, well, here's the thing. There won't be a huge difference in money for the first couple of years if Notre Dame was to join, but that huge Big Ten media deal, you're getting more money And Notre Dame has money, but they want. I think they want more.
It's not the number one priority, really, at Notre Dame. It's the tradition is number one, and staying independent is part of the tradition of Notre Dame.
That is true.
What about the fact that with a 12-team playoff, you could cost yourself an automatic bid opportunity to the playoff?
But can you think about it? A home playoff game at Notre Dame Stadium. What's better than that?
That's a good point.
The question is, does a automatic bid winning your conference get you one of those home playoff games? I'm only asking factually.
No, that's straight to the bye. That's straight to the bye.
Right.
Unless I mean all five, they're 6 conference champions with this current setup. So the top 4 go, and then 5 would be. So right. In this case with the 5, who would be 5? It would be.
While you're discussing that, 57-40, Marquette 9:23 left of the game.
Would it be Clemson or Utah?
TCU.
No. Who would be?
Oh, block 3-point shot.
Well, because it would be Georgia, Michigan, TCU. Who would
No,
be
TCU. It would be Kansas State because Kansas State won the Big 12.
Oh yeah, that's true. Kansas State, and then I'm trying to think of in the college football playoff poll who finished higher: Kansas State, Utah, or
60-49 Marquette.
Clemson. I'm trying to think who finished above the others.
Oh, pretty fallaway jumper, 60-51.
I need to look it up. I need to get this.
Yeah, I've kind of zoned out.
0 home playoff game changer for
Clemson would be the highest, so it would be Georgia, Michigan, Clemson, Utah, Kansas State.
Oh man!
So then you would have, and does the group of 5 champion just get in, or do they also get an automatic top 6?
No, they're probably going to be 12 most years.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure. So then you would see this. So you have your top 5 conference champs. So this year, it would be Kansas State that would have the next. So Kansas State would be playing. If I look here,
bang inside, rolling. 11-point Marquette lead, 8 minutes left.
Kansas State would be playing probably Tulane. So that's the thing. If you're the 5th conference champion, you get a cupcake game.
No, you don't.
It's
you
in
get
some
placed
case.
in with everyone. You get placed in with all the other teams, right?
Ooh, nice 3 for the Irish.
So it would be TCU would be the 5.
Okay. So I thought it was the top 5 seeds had to be the top 5 conference.
Only top 4. Only top 4.
Okay. Now I don't know.
What a bucket as he's falling down. Sorry to interrupt, but Jones just made it a 10-point Marquette lead, about to be 11 if he hits the free throw. 7:30.
So what do you think about that? That only the top 4 conference champs get rewarded. Number 5 doesn't get an automatic 5 spot.
I could see that, especially when you've got, say, a conference champ that has like 3 losses.
Yeah.
I could see that.
But I mean, for example, I'm just going to put this out there. Say, this will never happen, but hypothetically, you had Michigan and Georgia and TCU all go 12-0 or 13-0. They all go 13-0 in their conference. And then maybe Clemson goes 12-1 and USC goes 12-1.
Well, if USC goes 12-1, but Ohio State goes 11-1 and lost to Michigan in their head-to-head meeting by a field goal late, wouldn't Ohio State have the better resume than USC?
That's a good point. But technically, and when I did my top 25 polls the last few weeks, I've just said, if you're 10-2, I'm not going to be putting you higher than 11-1 team. So, I mean, USC would technically have the better record. They're conference champ.
Because they got the benefit of an extra game.
Yeah. That is true. It's like that's how it kind of. It's like shouldn't. I mean, you kind of get it because like, well, if USC and Ohio State played, Ohio State might win, but
You
I
can
don't
judge it.
Yeah.
Did I toss this idea at you, Will? If I did, stop me. With the college football playoff, I've always been an advocate that in the NCAA basketball tournament, what they should do is expand the tournament to 80 teams, but add regular season champions.
I'll be right back.
I would argue that for the college football playoff, what they should do is give automatic berths to the Power Five, both regular season champions and conference championship game champions. And if you win the double, the worst you can get is a number 5 seed. And you can even earn like the 1, the 2, the 3, or et cetera, et cetera. Because what that also does is create, instead of to win the regular season is more important. It increases the importance of the conference championship games as well, because you don't know how many at-large bids they're going to be. So you better win it. If you have
as a Notre Dame fan, I don't like that. I don't like the conferences mattering.
You don't like what mattering? Sorry.
As a Notre Dame fan, I don't like the conferences mattering this much.
As a Notre Dame fan, I see why you feel that way. Looking at it on 35,000 foot point of view, whereas I broadcast game for the Badgers and I'm from Wisconsin, but I don't have that same level of love for a team that you do. So I'm a little bit more high view of it. To me, that would create more chaos in November and December, which is always fun. I think you get better teams in the playoff because they've earned their way in, and the teams that have, and especially the regular season champions that have played well all year. Because then you lose the recency bias that shows up if you win a game late versus losing, or if you lose a game late versus losing in September. But,
I get it.
But I completely understand why. If you're an independent, that's going to hurt you.
You should call in and talk to Mark about that. That'd be fun.
I would love to. Find out when he's on next. We're back to action. Marquette ahead 65-54. 7:40 left here in the contest at the Joyce Center in South Bend. I'd love to go there for a game. I'd love to go to Mackey and Purdue. I'd love to go
Mackey. I want to go to Mackey, yeah.
Same type of circular field, loud, domish kind of roof. Bo Stack, Notre Dame's going to work out some kind of deal with the ACC. They can be in the ACC championship if they meet stipulations. The only way they can keep independence, That's all yours.
I mean, I don't know if we could do something like that. I mean, maybe Jack Swarbrick's done crazier things, like playing the ACC for 1 year and then say, see ya. So I could see maybe Jack Swarbrick doing something like that.
It would make sense. You know how I'm not paying attention to them and I'm watching the cable. Anthony and Will are talking about college football. We are doing a Marquette Notre Dame basketball stream. And
it's getting ugly, though. It's a 13-point game now.
Yep. 6.5 left. Marquette showing how they beat 6th-ranked Baylor.
Okay, party people, I'm back.
Be scared.
I'm back.
Oh, easy layup. I see why you mentioned the 13-point game. Man. This Marquette team's for real. This Marquette team is for real.
This is like the only second game you've watched.
I know.
We watched Wisconsin and we lost that.
Oh, in and out on that 3-point shot. Oh, that must have killed you. Man. Bad luck.
Yo, John.
John Johnson.
Oh, they're slapping the floor now.
Oh, that's a Marquette tradition after Wojo coach there.
John, our favorite Missouri fan.
Yep.
And a St. Louis Rams fan, but not a LA Rams fan. And a Cardinals.
I was going to say, we're not going to mention that baseball team, are we? Oh, nice shot in the lane. Runner, 15-point lead now.
Well, it's not like they got a big free agent or anything. It's not like they signed their rival's catcher.
Uh-oh. Be nice, Bo. Be nice.
Bo. Be nice. Be nice.
We have kind trolling. We're kind with our trolling here.
Yeah. It's not like they just signed Wilson Contreras at all. No, that never happened. Hey, but to be fair, the Phillies did get Trey Turner, so there's that.
Got to ask you, how close are you to Amtrak, Will?
Amtrak?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's but a couple of stops away from my school.
If you ever get the chance, if Notre Dame, like I know they played the ACC tournament in Brooklyn sometimes. If you ever,
I went when it was in DC once, and we got blown out by UNC.
But especially up in New York, oh, beautiful give and go, woo! 17-point lead. Get to the ACC tournament in New York, and I know it's close. You can get there by Amtrak. It's like 3 hours away from you. Or so. Oh, it's special. At first, John wasn't happy about the signing, but you're liking it better. It is strange. Very, very strange.
Will
I'll
you
try to go to the A10 championship sometime as well.
Yeah.
And that's in Atlantic City, I think, right?
Brooklyn. It's in Brooklyn now.
Brooklyn this year, okay. Used to be in the AC.
Yeah, now I went to it when it was in Capital One or Verizon Center last year.
If you do, let us know. We are on the way.
Yeah.
I mean, we're being in Philly. We're train right away.
What about St. Joe's VCU when they play?
That's right.
We might have
I
to
went last year. I went last year to LaSalle.
You got a place to stay. Let us know. I'm not kidding.
All right, awesome.
St. Louis
Pelicans. The whole conference is pretty awful so far. The A10, but SLU's one of the favorites.
Gotta love St. Louis though. Catholic school. #Catholic school.
Jesuits.
So is Dayton. Yeah.
Woo! Put back.
We actually, with a friend of the channel, the Toll, we went to St. Joe's Dayton last year here. Because Toll is a big Dayton fan.
19-point Marquette lead, 4 minutes and change left. Yeah, I mean, seriously, this is a hub of college basketball. Nice NBA range 3 there.
Knew that. Yeah.
Man.
But yeah, Philly is. We went to the Palestra last season for Penn.
Nice.
Just insane.
You ever been there?
No, but I want to go there.
Go.
It's on the list. It's
Go.
on the list.
We did a vlog there.
Yeah.
We did Harvard Penn, and I've been to Fiserv Forum, sitting in the student section at Marquette games. Like, it's that level of just energy, and that stadium wasn't even full.
No, it was like half full when we were there because of COVID, especially.
Not too far back in the Sorgy Stories archives.
Yeah, not too far back. Mm-hmm. We're going to be getting back to vlogging hopefully soon. I know we've been saying that for a while, but we are.
Oh.
This is the Palestra video for those who don't know what we're talking about.
John, yeah, come and join the Big East. Play at the Enterprise Center and join the Big East. I feel like that would be good, right? If they just moved to the Enterprise.
A lot of their fans don't like their coach. They want him gone.
Huh.
I always thought a lot of the schools in the A10, at least some schools, could qualify as Big East schools if they made it like
VCU probably could. So could Dayton. for sure. Those two for sure.
John.
Maybe Slow.
John, Penn? You're here in Philly. You know Penn, right?
John being the JJ show.
Yeah. John, yeah, sorry, okay, I'm just gonna call you JJ now. So JJ, so you know University of Pennsylvania Penn, as we could just call it for short. That's their basketball arena when we went there. And we saw a game there.
It is like the ultimate college basketball museum, the Palestra.
Yeah, we've been going for under 2 hours.
Whole time, Bet.
Where's Bet coming from? Did Golden Blue Dude go over time? Did Golden Blue Dude go over time?
Hey, you were on Traveling Fools last night. I was on Traveling Fools last night. You were on too, right, Bet? Or is it a different Bet? There might be more
it's
than
the
one
same
Bet.
Bet. Bet is college football's favorite troll.
Okay.
So, like an Eric.
You do play in an NBA caliber arena in St. Louis.
That's true.
NBA caliber arena.
Oh,
absolutely.
Oh, the Seven Center. No, that's where they did play.
Right.
Well, yeah. Or else Penn State. No, like University of Pennsylvania, like Penn Medicine, like Ivy League, like that.
Craig Counsell, Milwaukee Brewers manager of the game, and Notre Dame grad.
Sadly, rooting for Notre Dame, probably.
Right, but with maddening respect for Marquette, obviously, since he lives in town.
Is Pat with them? No,
Pat Murphy?
Where's Pat? Boo! We want Pat.
Pat Murphy, the assistant coach of
the bench coach.
Yep. Bench coach for the
John Paxson,
who hit one of the NBA championship clinchers.
Oh my gosh, 18-point game, guys. This is brutal.
They need Paxson right now to shoot threes.
And maybe Counsell hit some home runs.
If they count as like 5-run homers.
What's that shot, boys? That's pathetic.
Oh,
but look at what Bo's saying. Yeah, Will, have you played Jeopardy with Tony?
I did again last night, and he slaughtered everyone.
God bless you.
I was in second until the final Jeopardy, but a distant second, and then I didn't know it. So
Pops, you might finish top 5, but Tony just.
You guys gotta come in tie guys Jeopardy as well.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm telling him. I'm like, well, during the summer we could do Team Sorgy.
Yeah. Oh.
We could go Team Sorgy.
I will forever love Marquette basketball. I will forever. Okay. I'll get to that point in a second. I found in Pennsylvania was bad. Good one. Sorry, your season has not been fantastic.
Oh,
John.
in fantasy.
Yeah.
You started Kyler over Trevor. Oh, I forgot to set my fantasy lineup.
Ruh-roh.
Great job, Anthony. I probably won my
look pass over his head for a guy cutting underneath for a dunk.
No one paid
20-point lead.
I drafted a really good fantasy team.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm sorry, Will. I love when this rivalry is amazing when Notre Dame is a great team.
Yeah. They'll probably still sneak in the tournament.
yeah, JJ. Catholic school. Catholic school.
Habemus salutum. We got game. Oh, they're now running the 4 corners, running the clock down.
Well, we're about 2 minutes.
Yeah. Now's the time just to be classy with it.
Yeah.
No. Here's why Will is not lost and uncomfortable. His favorite team is football. Marquette football. Undefeated since 1960.
Yeah, I looks like I had a really good start in football, but I'm going to drop the last 2, so I'm going to go down to 9-5, but still a pretty good season. So
there's our Dayton guy, Toll, that we were just talking about. And Toll, we were talking about you in a good way. We were talking about when we went to that St. Joe's game.
Marquette is up 20, my friend.
Yeah, we're not going to constantly update the score.
Yeah, I would just be typing. I wouldn't be talking.
We need... Will, Joey was in the back room today, right? Was he in the back room most of the stream?
Leads now.
He was coming in and out.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because I was going to say. Bet we beat the number 6 team in the country, or they were at the time.
Yep.
Baylor.
We beat number 6 Baylor.
And we went to overtime with Wisconsin.
A definite tournament team. I think they could be a top 25. Notre Dame's cut the lead to 14 with 1:15 left.
Yeah, so I'm
Too little, too late.
Man.
I'm gonna say though, everyone just coming in, check out the pinned comment. And at the end, look up Will at CFB Young Guns.
Ooh, nice.
And at Will Indy Irish here on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Check.
Packers probably better than your fantasies. Oh, I'm actually doing well. So, Toll, we got Will Indy, huge Notre Dame.
What's up, Toll? What's up, Toll?
Yeah, subscribe to him big time. We'll showcase you off.
A lot of college football stuff. He's been rated by Tom Grossi, and so for our NFL people, and big part of the college football community.
Bama is an everything school. Marquette shooting free throws about to expand the lead to 16.
But not a women's soccer school. You got killed in women's soccer. Yes, Toll, Notre Dame fan. He's been on the last 2 weeks with us, actually, for Team USA and now Notre Dame.
Well, did you guys watch the quarterfinals?
I unfortunately
I
didn't get a
did.
chance.
So great games on Friday. I didn't watch the first one. I watched the second one. I was sad to see. I really wanted to see Ronaldo Messi in the final. So I was disappointed by them losing. And France over England didn't really shock me.
Oh, but I want Morocco now.
Yeah, go Morocco at this point.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I want to see Morocco Argentina in the final.
Yeah. Upsets, chaos. Love it. They're just winding time down. Shot block. Notre Dame gets the ball back down 16. Final 30 seconds. But it's December.
Disappointing.
It's December. Head coach right from the area.
Oh, okay.
Wait, who?
Freeman.
Oh, yeah.
Because Toll's an Ohio guy, Dayton guy.
Yeah. Are you a fan of the Flyers, Toll? We're kind of rivals. The school that I go to, VCU, we're rivals with Dayton because Dayton stole it. Dayton's coach went to Alabama, and then he went back to over to Dayton. So didn't directly go from rival, but definitely a bit of a rivalry there with the Flyers.
He'd give you great tips as well. Great tips about going to the game in Dayton if you ever want to travel.
Houston, what happened? You lost to Alabama. What happened?
The Texans blew it to the Cowboys too.
What
Texans,
are we talking
what
about?
happened? Astros, you might have won, but you cheated. What happened?
It was so great. What's up, Jeff? Jeff Sear type guy.
Hey.
I haven't really enjoyed the game, but I've enjoyed the company. I've enjoyed the company.
Jeff saying roll tide, or Tide guy saying roll tide.
Mm-hmm. We've had a ball with this discussion, win or lose.
Yeah, it's
been awesome.
Tide guy, all we've done is talk about college football.
Marquette, a 79-64 winner going into South Bend, beating the Irish.
Mm-hmm.
Looking ahead, I'm going to grab both teams' schedules and tell you who they're each playing next. So let me do that.
Well, I changed the graphic. And for those who have just joined, Will is a great Notre Dame college football chatter.
Okay, so
check out his stuff.
Marquette's next game is going to be Friday the 16th, 8:30 Eastern against number 21 Creighton.
Mm-hmm. That should be a good one. Creighton has a strong team. That'll be a good game.
For Notre Dame, it's going to be Georgia on Sunday.
Shit, we got to beat Georgia. We got to beat Georgia.
You got to beat Georgia.
Now, I'll ask this as well. Independence in football, basketball, and other things, ACC. Which has been better for Notre Dame? The ACC with basketball and everything else, or the old Big East?
It's the old Big East.
I
miss it. I grew up on the old Big East.
Best conference in the history of college basketball.
Oh my gosh! Just every night there's like a good game on.
Exactly.
Either that. I mean, sometimes I tuned into the ACC, but usually Big East.
Yep. I mean, yeah, literally every single night you had ridiculous level basketball. Half the conference plus would make the tournament.
Bet Ty Guy is a fellow Bama fan that's really knowledgeable.
Very knowledgeable. And he has expanded Tide Nation to Mexico City.
Okay, there we go. Will's. I just put in channel link and Will.
Awesome. Thank you, Anthony.
Yes.
No problem.
Everyone, go check him out.
Executive producer Anthony Sorgi here.
John Jansen coming in discussing Notre Dame. They should be in the Big Ten with India schools.
I said that.
Hey, if Michigan leaves, we would join the Big Ten.
So leaves. Will, are you petitioning for the for Michigan to the SEC?
Yeah.
Also, Debo. This is from Bleacher Report. Debo has been carted off.
Or the MAC. The MAC's another option for them. The MAC's another option.
Man, Debo
Samuel carted off.
Oh man,
for the Niners. That's some news out of the NFL. And that's a knee injury.
Not good.
Yeah. So that's that. And
yes, Ty Guy.
in the NFL, I know this is not an NFL stream, but for our NFL people, Chiefs up on the Broncos 27-14 in the third. Niners up 28-0 on Tampa.
The NFC South is a joke.
I know. And then at the half,
they thought NFC East was bad, man.
Well, hold on. The Panthers from the NFC South leading the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay, all right.
And the Seahawks are 7-5. That's 20-14 at the half.
Michigan doesn't win enough bowls to be in the SEC. Nice.
It's Tiger.
Neither does Vandy, but hey-o.
Hold on.
The NFC South being a joke is an insult to jokes everywhere. Oh, man.
Hold on, I'm going to look this up.
The AFC South has been worse so often. How many times have I joked that the NFL's trading the Jacksonville Jaguars to the SEC for Bama? How many times
beat the Titans? Surprising.
Here. I'm going to pull this up. I will say, though, guess who Vandy is undefeated against? UAB, Colgate, Colorado State, Hawaii, Kansas State, Louisiana Tech. We don't talk about them being undefeated against Marquette.
Oh, man.
Massachusetts, Nevada.
Are they also winless against Marquette?
No.
Okay.
North Texas, Northern Illinois, Ohio, Old Dominion, Penn State, Samford, Villanova, William and Mary. Those are their perfect records.
Yeah, I have a guy in my high school that was defensive player in the year for his conference in William and Mary, but the Tribe did lose big to Montana State in the FCS playoffs.
Lazard on a bye, and so you go with Mike Evans in the San Francisco defense. Your season already over. I love this discussion. Todd Guy, did you go to any football games this year? Bama can't afford the pay cut otherwise related. And he did not go this year because of his residency in Mexico City. That is how far Tide Nation is now traveling.
But he will be at Bama, Texas, and Bama, Tennessee next year. Okay, but I want to remind who Marquette is undefeated against in football. And I'm not going to name no-name universities. This is going to be the big ones. Kansas. Just for John, St. Louis. Iowa State, they have a winning record against. They are 8-2-1. Arizona, they are 6-4-0. Ole Miss 3-2-0. Kansas State 6-5-0. And yeah, so there's that. Also, we are undefeated, or not undefeated. Let's see, anyone else? San Jose State we're undefeated against. So yeah.
I'm looking it up.
Why does that not shock me?
And it appears VCU, your college basketball team, their only game in Philly is on a weeknight.
I know they play that Temple too. I should have came down for that one.
Oh
but
man.
What about LaSalle?
That's a home game. They're not playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should have come. We could have had you here.
Well,
seriously, next time you play in Philly on a weekend, let us know.
Yes,
Ty, make it up.
Ty guy, yes, was there. Yeah, John, we're undefeated against St. Louis in football. Yeah. Marquette is.
Sorry.
So, yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry, John.
Yeah, so it's actually kind of funny. I called the athletic and I'm not kidding here. I called the athletic department of Oklahoma State to wish them really good luck. But except I was John from Manitowoc, Wisconsin, not Anthony from Philadelphia. And I talk like this there guy. Oh yeah. This is John from Manitowoc, and I just wanted to wish your Cowboys good luck against the Badgers. I'm sorry, but I think we're gonna win. If we do, I really apologize. Yeah. Bet I just told you we beat Kansas State. Use your ears, Bet. We beat Kansas State.
They've even tied Notre Dame.
Oh. No, John. Way back in the day, they did. Way back in the day, they did. Yep. We're talking about.
We gotta go. I want to try to go up to Lambeau when we play the Wisconsin Badgers.
Oh man,
I want to.
Let us know. We will set you up with the itinerary.
The Soldier Field game was fun, but this one will be better.
We have Green Bay vlogs.
Yes, we do have Green Bay vlogs. You can take some notes on those.
Go to Kroll's.
Kroll's for fried cheese curds and burgers.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
Here I'm gonna.
So good that they were even. I mean, Adam Richman of back when he was with Food Network and doing Man versus Food, he had a segment at Kroll's for their butter burgers. Just insanely good. Right across the street from Lambeau Field. Definitely recommend. Ty Guy, thank you for popping in. Hopefully we will catch you Monday night coming up on one of these trivia nights.
Yeah, go hang out with Ty Guy sometime.
Yeah, absolutely should.
I can get hot if I get a good category in trivia, but I can also go cold too. It depends on the night. It depends on the categories.
Okay, so Packers and Green Bay stories right here. I'm putting it in the chat.
Yep. It includes some game watching streams that we did, but it includes some vlogs as well. I built the Trojan horse. Is it the one that went into Notre Dame Stadium in 1977?
That was a good luck horse for the Irish. It was a good luck horse.
Glad to oblige when I was like still in diapers at the time.
Oh man. Okay, well I'm just gonna go here quickly and do something.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask a favor of the chat. Of course I do, John. Yeah, of course I know Jim. I'm a regular in Jim B's chat. I'm always over on Jim B. He's talking about like the original horse, like the whole story of the.
Yeah, I didn't do the Trojan horse virus. So
okay, so since we're about to finish this up, I'm gonna ask the chat to go send Sorgi Squad Love over to King Pookie Nation, who is live currently for Niners box. Even if you don't like NFL, just he is a Bears fan, so Bet I know you like trolling the Bears. Because Bet likes trolling everyone. So there's that. So yeah, go check that out. Yeah, go Sorgy rate him.
Awesome.
I'm gonna go ahead and put Sorgy. Yeah.
Raid!
Just put Sorgy Raid. Just put Sorgy Raid in there.
Nice. Everyone, thank you for joining us for this chat. Everyone, thank you for popping in. And Will, thank you for hanging out with us for the last couple of hours and talking college basketball, college football, and talking about volcanoes that the kid's supposed to be doing for his project.
I did that in 3rd grade, okay? I did that in 3rd grade, and I'm 13.
Again, remind everyone what's going to be coming up with what you've got coming, Will.
Yeah, so we got a show coming up tonight. It should be fun. I think we're going to be talking about the coaching carousel, so that'll be fun.
Nice.
What time?
I think it's 10:45. I'm double checking.
Okay, you might be able to make it. I'll be.
Maybe I may be dead of the world, but
Bet trivia night on Top Guy Mondays. Or is Jeopardy Mondays or is trivia?
Jeopardy is Mondays and trivia is usually Thursday.
That's what I thought.
Outstanding. But check him out tonight discussing college football, all the coaching changes. Will ND.
Hold on, let me pin Will's link so if I can go back. Okay. There, it's pinned message now.
Boom.
Who's in Will's background? Is that?
I'm in college, man. I live with other people.
Nice. But
we're going live at 11:30 tonight.
Okay.
11:30. Wait, tonight.
I appreciate the subs, John.
All you Central Time Zone people, especially.
Yeah.
Check him out after watching your late local news and after watching Sunday Night Football.
Yes.
Absolutely. Good stuff, John. Much appreciated. And yes, Will, next time VCU's playing in Philly, we got you.
Yeah.
I'll try to get up there. We'll try to get up there.
Awesome.
John says, well then, let me get Ty Guy's link then.
Roommates are the worst. Oh man.
Hold on.
We're chill. We're chill.
Yeah, you're good.
Tide Guy. Let me get Ty Guy.
We'll do that.
Okay, Ty Guy. There. If I'm afraid that I'm gonna spell Jeopardy wrong, so I'm just gonna go and copy John's thing.
If ESPN Classic ever does back-to-back replays of there's no ESPN Classic anymore. That's right. But if you ever wanted to second screen, 1973 Sugar Bowl, I think it was a 2012 in it. College football playoff championship.
I think it was in 1973 season, and the game was played in 74. Or was it? No, it was New Year's Eve. It was yeah. So it was 1973.
And then the rematch for the national championship years later in the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, that took 11-year-old Will a long time to get over that one.
But you and Ty Guy should like stream the two of you watching the replay of that.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a blast because you both know enough about both teams that you could do it justice.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be hard for me to go through with that, but I can maybe try.
JJ, go back up and say Sorgy raid to King Pookie Nation.
Yes, absolutely.
We're Sorgy raiding him.
And then go watch Will ND tonight at 11:30 talking about the college football carousel.
JJ, the game's over. That's what happened.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Marquette won. To one of our favorite Notre Dame fans, Will, it has been fantastic to chat with you.
Of course. Thanks for having me on, guys.
We will catch you soon again. And for everyone, for both Will ND and for us, what should everybody do?
Like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell. Ding, 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 ding. For Sorgy Stories, you can follow us on Instagram and our Facebook group at Sorgy Stories. Twitter and Mastodon. Mastodon. I can't get
on Mastodon.
Twitter and Mastodon at the letter J. Sorgy.
And your socials, Will.
Just Marcus_era on Twitter, and then I'll shout out my Instagram as well. Oh, we gotta help our friend Jeffrey get back on to everything, but yeah, my Instagram is, I can type it in
Sweet.
the private chat.
Absolutely.
Hold on. It's Marcus Era on Twitter.
Yeah, Marcus_era, and then it's Plowski414 on.
Hold on, I'm gonna put that in the chat.
Yeah.
And Will in the Instagram Klowski414. I like the 414 at the
Milwaukee area code. We appreciate that big time.
Yeah, April 14th birthday, but yeah.
Nice. It's before tax day.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's like, "Oh, you have a terrible birthday." Well,
no, not a bad birthday. It's like right when spring's happening, baseball coming back.
Oh yeah,
it's awesome. It is awesome. For Will ND, thank you so much for popping in. For Will ND, for Anthony, I'm Papa Sorgi, the ball guy.
So long from the Sorgi Sports Studios in Philadelphia. We are Marquette.
Woo! Thank you. This has been a blast. We'll see you.
Okay.